I have it as 6 o'clock. So welcome to Cabinet, everybody, today. Item 1, apologies for absence. Okay, so no apologies received. Item 2, urgent business. No urgent business. Item 3, declarations of interest. So does any member have an interest to declare in any matter on the agenda? I'll take silence as no. Item 4, public question time. Were there any? No. No public questions received by the deadline. Item 5 is minutes of the meeting. So does Cabinet agree the minutes from the meeting held on the 16th of October 2023? Brilliant, thank you. Item 6 is my report. So it's the grant acceptance of the One Public Estate, which is a brownfield land release fund. So round 2. So this report is really important, and it goes to show how hard the council's actually worked to secure outside financing for our Creating a Better Place programme, regeneration programme. We've secured £3 million to immediate remediate the 3 brownfield sites in the town centre. One is a civic centre, one is a QE hall, and then the former leisure centre site and the former magistrates court site. I also think that given that that was £60 million available of that money, I'm really, really proud to say that Oldham secured a significant amount of that total money that was allocated to us alone. So I do want to pass on my thanks to the team for the hard work that you did. So Emma and team for getting that money allocated to Oldham. This grant funding will allow us to push on and redevelop the town centre sites, including the building where we're sat in today. It allows us to get some much needed housing on these 3 sites, and the programme will involve a variety of potential works, including the demolition of existing structures and clearing the space out too. I should also take this opportunity to make Cabinet aware that the Council was informed that we'd been successful with all 3 bids, and that the grant had to be accepted and signed before the 16th of August 2023. Due to the urgent timescale, the Director of Finance signed this agreement on behalf of the Council. Therefore, we're asking for retrospective approval in this instance. So does any member wish to speak on that report? Councillor Jabbar.
Yeah, thanks, Chair. I really do welcome this report, and the content is really exciting for Oldham. For us to secure £3 million is really good news. And I think, in your introductory comment that you congratulated the officers for doing the hard work. So this is in line with the other bids that we've been able to secure. So Towns Fund and Levelling Up Round 2. And it's really good to know that our officers are fully on board with our priorities, but also they understand external funding criteria and been able to submit bids which meets those criteria. So I'm really pleased, and I want to record my thanks to them as well. But I think in terms of the funding that's available, Chair, as you said, this will hopefully kickstart our regeneration in the town centre, and it will really give it a momentum to take it to the next level. And I'm genuinely excited by the proposed development in the town centre, which will transform it and will genuinely improve the quality of life for Oldhamers. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Councillor Jabbar. The next item is item 7, which is UK. Oh, sorry, I always do this. Do members agree the recommendation of the report? Thank you. So item 7, UK SPF, so inclusive employment and skills, and Councillor Peter Hussain, this is your report.
Yeah, thank you, Leader. I'm happy to move this report as printed on page 15. And if there's any questions, I'll gladly take them. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions or comments to make on that report, which is the Inclusive Employment and Skills report? No? So we take that as read, and then we agree the recommendations of that report. Agreed? Okay. Item 8 is really popular. So it's pothole funding 2023-24. Councillor Goodwin.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, this is funding that the council has received in addition to the funding that we received earlier in the year. This is made up of £544,000, specifically for carriageway resurfacing, totalling £394,000, footway resurfacing £100,000, and machine laid patching at £50,000. The report includes the locations where the resurfacing will take place, and I think it shows that authorities such as the combined authority and the government, they do actually trust us with money to spend correctly, because well, they wouldn't give it us otherwise. So I move this report.
Thank you, Councillor Goodwin. Does any member have any comments more to make on that report? No? So do we agree the recommendations of the report? Agreed. Brilliant. Item 9 is my report again, so it's Sustainable Oldham Strategic Partnership Agreement. And again, a really good news story where officers have gone above and beyond. So this report is on the back of the strategic transport team, having successfully bid for millions of pounds for funding to complete highways works throughout the borough. And as a result, this report is seeking to streamline the delivery of that programme. We want to seek a new strategic partner to work alongside us as a local authority at key stages of design and constructions stages. As a result, we're seeking to delegate authority to Emma as the Deputy Chief Exec for Place, the directors of both economy and environment, and the head of highways, in consultation with obviously me and Councillor Goodwin as the cabinet member for neighbourhoods, so we can really crack on and deliver for our residents with as little disruption as possible. So that's pretty much a straightforward report. But again, my thanks to officers for working really hard and securing that external funding. So does any member wish to speak on that report? No? Okay, does Cabinet agree the recommendations of the report? Agreed. Brilliant. Item 10 is mine again. So this is the Construction and Highways Works and Services. So this report is requesting approval to modify the Construction and Highways Works and Services framework agreements to extend that agreement until the 2nd of October 2024. And this is in order to create capacity and to facilitate the design of a new fit-for-purpose procurement process for future construction and highways works and services framework agreements, and by uplifting the charges payable to appointed suppliers. And I think that is really important that we get that right. But also it will actually help us support some of the conversations we've been having through our business breakfast around allowing organisations to access that procurement framework to secure funding and improve and reinforce our social value element of it as well. So I think it's a really timely way to do it, and appropriate to do it now on the back of some of them conversations, so we can actually tell our business and construction sector that we're really serious about circulating the Oldham pound where we can and doing the best that we can and giving them real chances to tender for some of that work. So does any member wish to speak on that report? No? Okay, do members agree with the recommendations of the report? Agreed. Brilliant. Okay, so item 11 is the Council Tax Reduction Scheme 2024-25. Councillor Jabbar.
Thank you, Chair. So this report sets out our scheme, the Council Tax Reduction Scheme for the financial year 24-25. Essentially, what we're proposing is that we carry on with the current scheme, and I'll go through background very quickly and give you some numbers, Chair, so that you got the full facts before you make the decision. So you'll recall that before April 2013, the government used to give 100% council tax reduction to people who are on low income, but they changed it as part of the austerity measures. And since April 23, we've been required to set a council tax reduction scheme. So our scheme at the moment is giving people discount of 85% using Band A. So Band A at the moment is £1,476 pound 26 pence. If you take 80% of that, then the discount that we give people is £1,254 pound 82. The discount amounts to, the amount of contribution each person who's getting the full discount equals to £221 pound 44 pence annually, and that equates to £4.25 pence per week. So if you look on page 76, it gives you a table which sets out our position in relation to the 10 GM authorities. And I would say we're not most generous, but we're not least generous either. We're about in the middle. The scheme, if you approve it tonight, will cost £21.77 million next year, which is £42,000 more than this year. And the reason for that is the increase in the council tax, which is proposed in line with our policy. We had considered other options, but in the end, we believe maintaining the current scheme is the right thing to do, especially at the time of austerity where people are looking to us to give them support. So with that, Chair, I'm happy to take any question, but I recommend the report to you for approval.
Thank you, Councillor Jabal. Does any member wish to speak on that report? No? Do members agree the recommendations of that report? Brilliant. So that brings us to the end of Cabinet. So thank you everybody for your attendance.